Welcome back to The Give and Go. I'm your co-host Reynoso here with my boy
Soltero. What's up, guys?
Folks, no producer Rut today. It's producer Ray in the building. We are back. Yesterday we were gone. We could not do live streams because I was at a wedding basically the entire day. So I wasn't able to do live streams. But Soltero filled in for us. He went solo yesterday. And hopefully you guys saw his reaction to yesterday's Euros matches as well as Copa America matches. We stay working, guys. Give us a subscription. Thumbs up on the stream right now for the Give and Go and for these tournaments that we are watching, because we're now entering the quarterfinal, semifinal stage of these tournaments. And today it starts with Netherlands defeating Turkey 2-1 in a comeback victory, and England defeating Switzerland in a penalty shootout. Let's talk about this Dutch side defeating the Turkish team 2-1 and what was truly an incredible comeback after Turkey led the game for 70 minutes, bro.
I think the defining moment in this game was in the 20 minutes where Wout Weghorst comes on and the Netherlands try to get that one goal back, because it was just onslaught after onslaught. Turkey was defending incredibly well, but they couldn't get the ball. And every time Netherlands retrieved it back, they immediately went at that Turkish defense right at the heart of it. And this is where we saw the Netherlands offense at their best. They have Weghorst as a target man, and then around that you have Gakpo, Xavi Simons, Memphis Depay constantly running, constantly getting the ball, constantly combining with Tiani Reinders. There's nice little balls over the top, little through balls, really nice 1-2 combination, and it was simply too much for Turkey. That's when Netherlands got 2 goals. The equalizer was really good for the Netherlands, but you could sense that a second one was coming. Turkey couldn't hold on.
No, man, that Dutch offense, yeah, you're right. Once Wout Weghorst came on, it's like a gang of sharks, man, just looking to come up with different ways to get past you. And they did it, man. They did it with Gakpo getting that second goal to take the lead. But Turkey was in front, though, man. They were in front leading this game after a beautiful Arda Güler assist, which I came to find out was by his weak foot. Yeah. The way he passed it looked like it was his strongest foot, though.
What a ball.
I was surprised, man. What a ball. Perfectly placed where there were 3 Turkish players waiting for it. And it was Akadin who finished it off with a beautiful header to give them the lead. And we see scenes, bro, because in a Euro quarterfinal matchup, Turkey is leading it, bro. They are leading it, and they're looking like the better side up to that point in that first half. So props to them, because they were doing such a great job getting that goal to kind of solidify the lead that they deserved. That second half was much different, though. It was much different. They bunkered in. They welcomed the Netherlands attack, kind of like how they did against Austria, but this time they didn't have that 2-goal cushion, and ultimately it just didn't pay off because it was clear. I think they were missing Demiral today. They were missing Demiral, who was a stalwart last game around, and it just wasn't enough to stop this Dutch attack, because that is another thing that this Dutch side has that Austria doesn't, is I think a really strong attack that can get you in many different ways, bro. Many different ways with dangerous crosses or really dangerous players like Gakpo in the way that he's been playing this whole tournament. I think this Netherlands team completely woke up in that second half, and they cooked, dude. They cooked absolutely. Well-deserved victory.
Well-deserved for the Netherlands. The first half was just so predictable, and Turkey took full advantage of that. But I will say, this has got to be a little frustrating if you're Turkey, because after going down 2-1 and you had the lead, I thought it was going to be done and dusted. I thought the Netherlands were going to go on and get a third goal, make this a little embarrassing. But no, Turkey did what they've been doing all tournament long, and they actually went back at the Netherlands. And they had 2 massive opportunities, and a third smaller one. Verbruggen came up big once, and it was another Dutch defender, I believe it was De Vrij, who ended up being right there in front of goal to get the block. But 2 huge defensive blocks for the Netherlands, and Turkey got so close to making it 2-2. And that must be heartbreaking if you're Turkish, because you gave everything in this game. Even though the game was flipped on you, I was really impressed with how Turkey managed the entire game overall.
Dude, they managed it. Yeah, they managed it well, but those last 10, 15 minutes, they had some golden opportunities, and there was some amazing ditch defending from this Dutch side, man. There were blocks from Dumfries that I saw that were incredible, and then there was activity from the goalkeeper, 21 years old, I think the youngest goalkeeper at the Euros, I believe, with some incredible saves. He had one main one that kind of reminded me of the incredible save that the Turkish goalkeeper had against Austria just a few days ago in that last minute. It was very similar type of energy where the ball came off the player's knee, and then it just surprises him, but he saves it with his hand. It was an incredible save to keep the Netherlands up in this game. So honestly, Turkey almost had it. There was magic in the making for him, but still, you have to be proud about this incredible achievement of making it to the quarterfinals and being that close, bro, that close to a semifinal appearance. And you got to wonder, what would this game have looked like with Demiral in your back line, and then also just with, maybe a little bit more luck on your side, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a takeaway for Turkey overall is, they ended up being one of the dark horses in this tournament. They couldn't fully fulfill it and get to the semifinals like they did in 2008, but still, we had questions about Turkey going into this tournament, but I think going forward, this is the best I've seen Turkey play ever. And I know they had a really good run at the last Euros in qualification, but then had a really bad group stage. This is the exact opposite for Turkey, man. Like, the way that they approached every game, except the Portugal game, which was just weird, they looked really, really good. There's a lot of talent in this team. Kadioglu, probably one of the best fullbacks at this tournament.
Love that guy.
And 19-year-old Arda Güler seriously is a genuine talent, getting a banger in the opening match and then getting a gorgeous assist today. The way that he's able to create chances off the pass, I think, is going to make him a very deadly player for the next 10 years for Turkey. So I think Turkey have a lot to look forward to over the next 2 years.
No, yeah, I learned my lesson with Turkey, obviously, man. This team, I'm excited to see the next 10 years. I want them to be at the World Cup in 2026.
Yeah.
Like, after this performance,
same.
They absolutely deserve to be at the World Cup. And Arda Güler specifically, 19 years old, to have a touch like that and to be that confident at this level of stage in the international game really took me by surprise, man. I know he's Real Madrid. I know that he is a talented player, but I just wondered if this stage would be too big for a guy of his age, because they give him a big role, man. They give him a big role, and they asked a lot out of him. What did he end up getting, like 3 assists in this tournament or something, bro? It's ridiculous, dude. He was so impactful, and then basically every offensive opportunity for Turkey, he's somehow found a way to lay his imprint on the game. At such a young age, he is an incredible player to be had and to watch for Real Madrid and for Turkey. So I think Turkey is going to be really fun to watch these next 10 years. I learned my lesson with them. I'm fully on board with this Turkish bandwagon, if you will, because they have been incredible so far, and they do end up becoming one of the dark horses of this tournament, because if you look at all the semifinalists, it's ultimately predictable teams or big nation teams. So the dark horses at the end of the day end up being Switzerland and Turkey, I believe.
Absolutely. And I just wish one of them would have gotten to the semis.
Man.
That's the only frustrating part, is neither of the dark horses could get a semifinal appearance at this version of the Euros. But either way, if you're Turkish, you should keep your head high, because what a really good performance at this Euros. And for the Netherlands, man, I mean, kind of similar narrative, bro, because going into this tournament, there was questions. The question was, is Netherlands a title contending team? The answer is yes.
I guess so.
The answer is yes. They've made it to the semifinals, and they've completely deserved it. What's interesting is none of it has been super, super convincing when you look at a team like Spain or even Germany. But the Netherlands throughout this tournament have had moments in every game where they play beautiful, ruthless offensive football. And that's what the Turkish felt today when they conceded 2 goals. And it's what I expect to see against England as well. So I think the Netherlands deserve to be here at their best. They have some of the most exciting offense in all of Europe. So, hey, if you're Dutch, like this is golden for you.
This is it. And I was thinking about it. If you rank these 4 semifinalists by who plays the truest form of soccer, the truest form of football. At number 4, you have Southgate ball, right? England. At number 3, France, dude. The way they're playing football is atrocious. And then at number 2, it's Netherlands, man. I think they're at number 2.
Agreed.
Clearly, with Spain, the number 1 team, playing the best form of football, the truest form of football that we've seen so far. But the fact that the Netherlands are in that second place spot makes me ask this question that I'm seeing in the chat. Isn't Netherlands a dark horse at the end of the day?
I guess. I guess you could say I would just put them a little above a dark horse because their natural raw talent is really high.
Yeah.
It's really high. I mean, you have Cody Gakpo, Xavi Simons, Memphis Depay. He's a veteran, but even Wout Weghorst is a pretty good classic number 9. And then at the back, you have Nathan Ake, Mickey Van de Ven, Stefan these are legends center back. So I'd say they're a little bit above a dark horse label. They have to be.
I wonder what the word for that is.
I know. We need to come up with one or something.
Chat, help us out. Sensei Diego says, impressive from the Netherlands. Also, no Frankie de Jong.
No Frankie, who would just add to the fluidity if he was in midfield.
We're going to do our semifinal predictions at the end of this stream, so stick with us because we're going to clip that, and I want you guys in the chat to show up in that clip. Those have been getting a lot of views, and I want you guys to be part of those clips as well as the polls that I make for the semifinals. So we're just going to cover one more game, then we're going to do semifinal predictions because, I don't know, I might have a hot take in me, and I want to see if you guys have a hot take in you as well. Ready to move on to the next game?
Yeah, let's do it.
The next game was England versus Switzerland, where England saw themselves have to come back in this match in those last 15 minutes of regulation after Switzerland took the lead with Mbolo scoring off of what was a John Stones mishap, a gaffe, if you will, and then, forcing Southgate's hand, having to sub on 3 players immediately, and Bukayo Saka scoring a beautiful goal from outside the box to give England the tie, goes into extra time, 30 minutes of nothing, and then we had a penalty shootout where England ends up coming out on top. Chat, what did you guys think about this game? What did you think about this Swiss and English performance? And what did you think, bro? Because ultimately, England goes through, but there were some challenges here, man.
Oh, my God, dude. England is an anomaly. A true paradox of a team. You can't predict what's going to happen, but they're in a semifinals. And the way that they're playing just isn't indicative of a team that's the best 4 teams in Europe. It's just not.
Then how are they here, bro?
That's the animalic part of analyzing England. It doesn't make any sense. You can't make any sense of this English side. And what's crazy is that, little spoiler alert, they're probably going to go to the final. They're probably going to get there, even though the Netherlands will play good football and it'll be tight. But England have scraped their way to this semifinal. But the nutty part about all of this is when you look at the way they play, you can't really say that they don't deserve to be here. They do. They do deserve to be here. Switzerland was really good today, but England did get the best of them in penalties. The game ended 1-1, and that was fair. If you look at the entire 120 minutes, Switzerland had a lot of spells of possession where they looked fantastic, but England had a lot of the ball too. Now, did they do as much with it? No. But did they get the ball in the back of the net? Yes. The same amount of times as Switzerland, and that's how England has gotten here. They've just been able to at least be on the same level as their opponents, and then they barely do them in. And in that sense, England deserved to be here, but my God, bro, the football, what it does to my eyes, it's not fun, man. It's not fun. It's just such boring football. It's so predictable, and it just none of it really makes any sense.
It's not pretty. Jules says, "I'm so tired of this goddamn team, man. Somebody kick them out.
Somebody."
Southgate has to have some black voodoo magic going on. No way he's this lucky, dude. It's now 2 straight knockout games where he gets saved in the final 10 minutes. I agree, though. I didn't think England got outplayed today, but I definitely just don't think they shined the way that people expect them to or want them to ultimately. But obviously, they played well enough to get the result. And that's what we actually previewed in our quarterfinal previews last time around, was that England plays some of the most boring international football we've seen, considering the stars that they have. It's atrocious to watch. It's terrible to watch, but in an almost kind of Real Madrid-like way, because of the quality that they have, they can pull out these results just out of nowhere, man. And it showed today when the time was needed, when that goal was needed. Bukayo Saka steps up and he scores a banger of a beauty. Last game, Jude Bellingham with a bicycle kick, guys. What are we doing here? What are we doing, bro? This team is so reliant on the individual qualities. It's so impressive that honestly those individual qualities have stepped up to carry them so far into this tournament. They're in the semifinals now. But my question is there really that much of a difference between England and France?
No. Pretty similar. The way you just described England, you could say the exact same thing about France. They both are teams that have insane individual quality that it's actually enough to beat a team that's better than them. And Switzerland was a better team. They've been a better team all tournament long. But when you have a guy like Saka who can go ghost for 70 minutes and then score a banger like he did today, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And England booked themselves a ticket to the semifinals.
Yeah, penalty shootout comes, and all 5 English players made their penalties. Shout out to them. And it was Akanji, I believe, who missed his for this Swiss side. I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper, folks. I'm not drinking alcohol today. Relax. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper.
And cream. It's a Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Get that straight. Get that straight. The second highest selling soda now on the market, by the way, Dr. Pepper. Bruh, Kane and Foden need to get benched, says Ant-Man. Watkins and Gordon should be starting. I mean, that's the interesting part. Southgate tried to rotate more players this game with Konsa getting the start. Kabi Meno now solidifying his role there in the midfield.
Yes.
And was there one more change? I can't remember. Or was that it? It was just Konsa getting in.
And Konsa was forced because Gahey had yellow cards. So realistically, it was just Manu solidifying his position. But you know what's funny about Southgate's tactics and what he should do is he should do the opposite of parking the bus. He should put that bus on the highway and go 90 and a 70, bro.
Damn.
Because when England turn it on, it's when they're down a goal or it's when they need to respond. And it's when Southgate puts on Eze and Palmer and keeps all of the other attackers on the pitch. So effectively, I think England's best formation truly is if you have 3 center backs, Declan Rice as the covering midfielder, and then every other player,
attacking.
Pure attack. Pure attack. So Saka as a wing back, Eze as the other wing back. You keep Phil Foden on the pitch, Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, and Cole Palmer. Put them all out on the pitch at the same time. I swear to you, England will actually entertain.
See, he's not going to do that, though.
Of course he won't.
He's not going to do that.
But he has an insane opportunity to play some of the most fun offensive football the international scene has ever seen. Yeah. And he's trying to treat it like a Premier League balanced team.
Yeah, oh, dude.
You can't do that when you have that much firepower.
Burnley ball, man. This is Burnley ball that we're seeing with this team. And Southgate. The luck that this goon has, dude, is ridiculous. He's now been saved twice, bro. Twice in the knockout stages. My question is now, though, I thought that with that round of 16 knockout, against Slovakia, the way he was looking, I thought that would be the moment when, okay, England loses, Southgate out. And even in this game, when Switzerland was leading, I was like, this is going to do it. But at this point, if they lose in the semifinal, is he just going to end up staying?
He has to, man. if you...
No!
I know, bro.
No,
Isn't that
bro?
crazy? If your gauge is performance at a tournament, semifinals is a success.
The context, though. The context
is crazy, man.
The context is crazy. I hate this path so far to the semifinal from his perspective because, bro, he looked on the edge today.
Oh, my God.
And it was Bukayo Saka who saved his ass, bro. He saved him. So it's just crazy. At the end of the day, England is now in the semifinal, slated to face off against the Netherlands, and Switzerland is out. What's the takeaway here on Switzerland? Because we both had Switzerland going through in this matchup, and they almost had it, bro. They just needed to defend for 15 more minutes, but just couldn't do it. Saka breaks him, beautiful goal, and Switzerland ends up losing, dude.
I really like Switzerland, man. They really surprised me this tournament because, I had Hungary, Austria, Turkey to an extent as the dark horse teams in this tournament. I didn't have Switzerland, though. I didn't really think they'd get this far, and I said quarterfinals would be their max, I think, but I didn't expect them to do it in the style that they executed their football this tournament because they were so fun to watch. They were fantastic on the defensive end. Akanji, Fabian Schär were brilliant. Jan Sommer, his fantastic veteran self between the sticks. And then offensively is where they really, really surprised me. Ebischer out wide, cutting inside, being really good off the pass. Dan and Doy constantly causing havoc on that right-hand side. And then Mbolo, who, didn't really play in that first game, but found himself into the starting lineup. He was amazing today. He's your classic number 9 target man, but the way he does it, he works so hard. He had to really work hard for that goal today. He gets it. Switzerland go up 1-0. There's so many good performances from Switzerland. Granit Xhaka as well, just fantastic in the midfield alongside Remo Freuler. So I was really impressed with Switzerland this tournament, man. They played great football, and they lose to individual quality here. You can't say that they got outplayed. This was a really good performance from Switzerland.
No, amazing performance. I think overall this year's the Switzerland really proved me wrong, but in a really good way. Because if you go back and look at our preview of Switzerland, I said that I was really hopeful about the Swiss team because of that back line and the names they have. Fabian Schär, Manuel Akanji, I think are great center backs to have. And then the midfielders as well, I think are just absolute winners. At the time, it was Zakaria, Xhaka, and then Freuler. All 3 guys who played roles in pushing their teams to Champions League appearances this upcoming year. But it was up front where I was questionable with their offense. I've seen the names. I just didn't really know how they would play together. Amdouni and Mbolo coming off of his injury. I was questionable, but that was the last missing piece, bro. And I think they figured it out this tournament, scoring, 7, 8 goals in this tournament. They absolutely proved that they have figured that aspect of their team out. And so now they're a fully fledged team that is so dangerous. So I've actually been impressed with Switzerland because this is what I was hoping for them to achieve one day. I was frustrated in the preview because we haven't seen that from them on the international stage, but we finally got it, dude. We finally got it, and they were so close. A penalty shootout away at the end of the day to go to the semifinals of the Euros, man.
Yeah.
So I think if you're Swiss, you have to be proud with this performance. They were really close, man. They were really close. And I think going forward, they're looking like a really good team going into the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Guys, let's do semifinal predictions this time. Let's preview and predict the semifinal of the Euros with two really interesting matchups. To start, we have Spain. Spain playing beautiful football right now, going up against France. France, who just defeated Portugal in penalties, and Spain, who ultimately defeated Germany in a penalty shootout, extra time. So I'm blanking. I was at the wedding. Defeated them in extra time with the Mikel Merino game winner. Folks, who's your winner? Who is your winner between Spain and France? I'm going to do the poll. In the meantime, could you preview this matchup for me? Who do you have winning?
Spain and France, man. I'm just worried about France pulling off another crazy, just lackluster performance, but getting the upset. Because that's how France have gotten to the semifinal. Their defense is elite. The question is, can the best offense in the tournament beat the best defense? That's what the question is, because I'm not scared of France's offense. I'm not. Their performance against Portugal was just as bad as it's been all tournament. They're not going to fix it against Spain. There's no way. But what they are going to do is keep the game very tight, even though Spain is flying very high right now. And I'm just worried that this is going to end 0-0 or somehow it's 1-1 and they go to penalties and France get to a final, because I think that is very, very possible.
The favorite, the easy pick, the logical pick here has to be Spain. Has to be Spain. And I will 100% admit that. Spain is playing the most purest, truest, best version of football that should be played right now at the international level. They're playing incredible, and that goes for the Euros and Copa America. Spain is the best international team when they're on it. But football is very interesting. Football has very interesting takes, and they'll do anything to these teams. They could crumble them. And I think there's a really interesting situation here presenting itself where I picked France to go to the final and to win this tournament before the tournament even started. I did not anticipate Spain being this good and playing this good of football and being so likable as well. So now we have an issue that even my girlfriend brings up. Do I stick to my stubbornness, or do I see the truth? Right? Spain to me represents the truth. France is me being stubborn, my friend. It's me being stubborn.
I don't know.
Because if you're looking at both teams, I think Spain is the one that you should pick.
You should.
But I am a man, and I have my flaws. I have my flaws, my friend. And I think I'm going to remain stubborn because I want to see my pick come to fruition. And it's because exactly what you said. Yeah. That defense is so reliable, with Saliba being the best defender in this tournament. It is so reliable. And that offense has to give at some point. It has to. At some point, Mbappe has to do something. Dembele has to do something. Thuram, Kolo Muani, they have to do something at some point, or it will be their demise.
Right.
So I'm sticking to France. I'm going to be stubborn on this one. I'm going France on this one. But I understand if you're going Spain. I completely do, because the chat has Spain at 75%. 75%, France at 25%.
I think we described the situation perfectly there, because this is such a weird situation to be in. Spain is playing the better football, but France's quality has proven to be enough, and it will prove to be enough against Spain too. I'm going Spain.
You're going Spain?
I'll be cheering for Spain, but like I said, I will not be surprised if France find themselves in another final.
I love what the Hitman says here. The purest football doesn't win tournaments. Results win tournaments.
Yep.
100%, man.
Yep.
100%. He predicts an England versus France final. You heard it here, folks. And then FIFA Rick says, you guys are ready for an England versus France final? Damn, dude.
Yawn emoji.
Just completely disregarding Spain and Netherlands. Fine. Let's see it then, because we got Netherlands going up against England in the semifinal. Guys, let me know, who do you have winning this matchup, because England is here. They're actually here. They found a way to make it this deep into the tournament despite dramatic results, despite all the drama around Southgate. England is here, and they have a chance at making yet another Euros final. Whereas the Netherlands has been such a surprising team. They've been so impressive, and they just pulled off an incredible comeback victory against Turkey. I think this one's really interesting. You already mentioned it, though. You said you spoiled it a little earlier.
Yeah.
You're going to stick to that English English quality, getting them over the line.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what's funny is before the Euros, I had England getting to the final.
That's true.
And I'm in the same situation as you. What's funny is I just don't want them to be in the final. The way they're playing football, I'd be disgusted that I'd get this prediction right because I did not want it to happen this way. But here's the thing. The Netherlands have been, a little bit exposed at the back against a lot of teams this tournament. England have proven to score in every single game. So England's going to score against the Netherlands, and England's defense is really good. Max, they concede 1 goal, even though the Netherlands are playing well.
Yeah.
So it's either England win this game 1-0, 2-1, or it goes to penalties once again. I'm giving the edge to England, but this is so similar to France-Spain. This is so similar.
Oh, God, this is close. This one's really close for me, man. Because the individual quality is going to be crazy in this game. There's so many big names on the pitch all at once. God, man, I'm actually kind of stuck on who I want to go with here.
I'd love to see the Netherlands, by the way. I'd love to see them make a final. That would be crazy to see. But I think England are just going to use their individual quality and pull it off.
It's really interesting. Both teams are really similar with history when you look at it. I mean, England has a World Cup from the 60s, but beyond that, Netherlands has lost 3 World Cups finals, and they're also been chasing a major trophy for a really long time, just like England. I think they're very similar in that aspect.
Yes.
So this is a very iconic, big moment type of game for both of these nations. I just wonder whose time is it, man? Is it the Dutch? Is it time for the Dutch to show up? Man, the atmospheres I'm seeing are incredible so far from these Dutch fans. I mean, there's a magic to them. And England, for as much as they get criticized, like, they're still pulling out these results, man. They're pulling them out. It's so tight that the chat has Netherlands at 51%, England at 49%, man.
Yeah.
It's that close.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go with the chat on this one because I'm so in the middle. I want chat to decide my take. I'm going Netherlands. I'm going Netherlands versus France final. Give me Netherlands versus France final. Netherlands winning this game. It's crazy, bro. They're capable of it. This is the Netherlands' golden opportunity to go deep into this tournament and go to a final. We haven't seen them in a final since that FIFA World Cup final in 2010, man. So it'd be so nice to do. I want to go Netherlands on this one, but man, at this point, this is a coin flip. This is a coin flip between 2 really good teams at the end of the day, man. Yeah. And that's crazy. What else we got from you guys? What do you guys say? The chat is looking nuts to me right now. Who's going to score an own goal in the semis? Netherlands versus Spain is a prediction. Bro, I can't find a France player on the top scorer list. Which leads me to my last question. Who's your winner then? We got 4 teams left. Who is going to be your winner from this point forward? Who do you have winning the tournament? I'm sticking to France, although, my heart wants to go with Spain.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with Spain just because I do think they deserve it. They're playing such beautiful football, and it should be enough to beat any team here. But once you get to the stage, bro, anything's possible. Literally anything's possible. But I'll go Spain. I'll go Spain.
Yeah, Spain.
We said the winner of Spain-Germany would go on to win it, so I'm going to stick to that.
Josh Uchizono says, a France versus England final makes me want to puke. That's crazy, bro. Thinking about the path that both these teams went on, it has to be one of the finals that I've least looked forward to. If those 2 teams end up being in it,
God,
given the context of how they played, bro.
Dude, even if one of them make it, I would just be really upset because they played such boring offensive football. But if we get both of them in there, oh my God, dude. That'd be torture. It'd be torture. But and we'll get into it later too, but it would be a sign of the times.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
Yeah. FIFA Rigged says France needs 7 subs just like in the World Cup final to win. They got to look into their depth, I guess, is what FIFA Rigged is saying. Guys, this has been an incredible stream. I'm going to end it right here because there's no producer rut, and it's getting crazy for me now. I don't even know how to manage this shit. I don't even know how to end it, if I'm being honest with you guys. But thank you so much for watching. We will be back on Tuesday to react to the first semifinal match. I think it's Spain versus France going up first. That's going to be a banger. That's going to be a beautiful game. I cannot wait to see it. We'll be here to react to the Euros matches as well as Copa America tonight. So join us later in a few more hours to discuss Copa America quarterfinal results. Until next time, guys. Peace.